Guys, should hopefully be live right now. Let me see. Okay, I think we are. There we go. I tried this like 2 minutes ago. It did not go live immediately, but I think we are good. All right. So, draft's going to go on in about 12 minutes, or the draft lottery, I should say. So, I was just kind of like looking at rosters, imagining what Lafreniere would look like on these different teams. Obviously, the Edmonton one with David and Draisaitl. That's going to be one of the most deadly for sure. Renegade, what's up, man? You are first, dude. For live stream, that's actually pretty impressive. Austin, John, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, so like I was saying, I was just kind of looking at these teams. Again, imagining what Lafreniere might look like. So 6 o'clock, the draft lottery stream starts. I'm not exactly sure what time the reveal is going to happen. Like, I can't see it taking more than like 20 minutes. Like, the last one had a lot more going on. It was like a half an hour show. Please don't be the Pens. We'll see. What's going on? Farm Boy, Ben, what's going on, everybody? I'm doing good. Thanks, King Night Boss. Just imagine Pens. I know, there's like Pens, Leafs, Oilers. That's like the 3 teams everyone's super worried about. But I think like the Rangers is probably like the 4th one people don't really want to see. And then the other 4, Nashville, Florida. Why am I blanking? Winnipeg, Minnesota. Those ones not too bad. 18 million over the next 6 seasons for left wing if they win number 1. I mean, you could move Lafreniere to center maybe, if you really wanted to. Tack Tendy. Minnesota, yeah, I think Minnesota seems to be the consensus like best case scenario if you're not a fan of like any of the 8 teams that are in it. Like Florida though, Huberdeau, Barkov, Lafreniere would be pretty nasty. Again though, you don't really hear about those guys because they play in Florida. Minnesota, I think, definitely the team that needs a forward the most. Although they really do need a center more than like another winger. Again, Lafreniere though maybe could be at center. Defensively, a top 4 is pretty solid. Dubnyk had a rough year, might turn it around. Jat, what's up, dude? Jack, Alex, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully, I'm sorry if I'm like missing you guys' messages quite a bit right now. Fiala, yeah, Fiala did have a big year, so you know, we'll see kind of if he can keep that going. So who else do we have to look at here? Montreal. Montreal was honestly the team I thought would be kind of cool. That's like his hometown team, favorite team. But of course they had to go and beat the Penguins. So yeah, I mean, Rangers, I mean, do something like that. Panarin moves to the right, honestly. Lafreniere, Zibanejad, Panarin, that'd be deadly. Absolutely deadly. Rumor won't draft Lafreniere. They trade him to the Habs. Is that a Montreal rumor, though? Like, Montreal doesn't even have a top 10 pick because they won the qualifying round. Why would they do that? Like, I'm wondering what they would get back. Now, like, Nashville, honestly, I think I had them, like, 5th team. That'd be, like, the worst-case scenario. Like, they already have Duchesne, Forsberg, Johansson. They have sick D already. I mean, goaltender's getting older, but who cares? Like, they're in the Cup final, 2017? Nashville's, like, kind of like New York, where not the end of the world if they get them, but definitely not a team I think deserves a 1st overall pick, unlike New Jersey, Ottawa, Detroit, all those teams. Penguins, already been down this road, but I mean, if you get Lafreniere, do you just say screw it and do something like pretend that's Lafreniere, Crosby, Malkin? I was actually going to like put him or like try and move him on the team so you could actually see it, but unfortunately he doesn't let you in the game because he's a junior player. Just, yeah, won't let me do it. Then what? Sharks can't. The Leafs, another one. It'd be so dumb. So dumb. What would they have? I mean, you literally just could put him right there, right? Instead of Hyman. Lafreniere, Matthews, Marner. And then what? Nylander, Tavares, Hyman. Best top 6 in the league. It's not even close. 3rd line would be Johnsson or Mikheyev, Kerfoot, Kapanen. Like, the Leafs is probably the one where it'd be like the biggest joke, honestly. I don't know. Like, Penguins, Edmonton would be bad too, but the Leafs. Then the Jets, this is the one I actually said I would kind of like the best, just because former Thrashers, you know, you always got to root for the Atlanta Thrashers, and they haven't really had much success. They are pretty sacked already. I feel like if they do get them, Little's had injury problems, so you got to move Wheeler maybe, 2nd line center, and then I think you probably go Laine with Scheifele, and then Lafreniere, and you go Connor, Wheeler, Ehlers, which is just absolutely nasty top 6. That'd probably be like, is that better than Toronto's top 6 with Lafreniere? Maybe. Defensively though, Winnipeg would still have to make something happen, so they'd probably end up trading Ehlers. I'm assuming a guy like that. Kyle Connor to Detroit, I wouldn't mind that happening either. I feel like Scheifele, Wheeler aren't going anywhere. Line A probably not moving anywhere either. If Leafs get him, sorry, I missed the first part. Or you're just saying if Leafs get him, like how bad would that be? Lafreniere is cow, or is that a goat? That's a cow. Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota needs him the most, but again, they really do need a center more than a winger. So I don't know. Again, the teams that needed him most didn't get him, unfortunately, but it's okay. Like after I showed you guys all those teams he could be on, where he'd look, and then you got my team here. Like, come on. Lafreniere, Larkin, Mantha. Now that is pretty nasty, but then our second line is like Bertuzzi, Philip Fabry. All those other teams, when they get Lafreniere, their second line is like a first line, or at least a really good second line. Ours is a third line, maybe. Like, yeah. And then we still don't have anything else. Like, this is a team that needs Lafreniere. Come on. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Bruins Boy, your name's cool too. Awesome. Good name, man. Bertuzzi definitely came out this year. Definitely looked a lot better. Why he made the All-Star game. Oilers need a winger. I mean, I thought Yamamoto really showed that he's a solid top 6 NHL player this year. He was averaging a point per game once they called him up. Lemieux to Crosby to Lafreniere. Imagine the luck. I know. It would be ridiculous. Because like Edmonton, McDavid, they just got, whereas the Penguins would be literally spaced out. Like Lemieux, kind of as he's leaving, they get Crosby. Like they played, 1 year together, right? Now Crosby, he's probably still got, Crosby's 33. I think Crosby still has at least 4 years left, where he's a top player too. But I feel like Crosby probably doesn't want to play when he's not a top player. So it'd be like the same thing, yeah. Also, to the fact Lafreniere from Rimouski, just like Crosby. Like, it'd be, as much as it would suck, it would also be kind of cool at the same time. Like, you'd have to admit, it's pretty cool. It just, yeah, the luck for Penguins would be insane. Any chance a team moves down from 10th overall? I don't know. I feel like the top 10 is pretty good. And I feel like there's like a bit of a drop-off after top 10. Kind of like the 10th guy would be, Lundell or Jack Quinn, maybe? Askarov could be around that 10 spots. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess there's not a lot of, I don't know. Where is the drop-off in this draft? I feel like it's probably not till about 14. Like, I feel like all those guys kind of after the top, there's like a top 1, top 3, top 7, 8, and then from like there to 14 there's another group. So basically you don't want to drop out of a grouping if you have like a, certain tier of player. Lafreniere, Crosby, Gensel, that would be nasty. Yeah, keep Malkin second line, give them Zucker, Rust. That's a really good top 6 as well. Like, again, any of these kind of already stacked teams get Lafreniere, like, they're immediately a contender for the Cup. Like, a team that's already, even if they're not a Cup contender, the fact that they're already a dominant playoff team, especially like Leafs, Penguins, Oilers, they were, at certain times in the year, top in their division, right? And then you get the first overall pick for free, no salary or anything, like his entry-level deal. You still have your cap space to try and mold your team, make it better. Basically, you just got the next 3 years to go for the Cup, right? Like, you might as well. If you're getting Lafreniere, who's going to get paid, even if you say $7 million coming off his entry level, like, just be modest, say $7 million. $7 million bucks to use somewhere else for those 3 years and just go after it. Black Horse, good question. I think a guy like Jack Quinn, maybe, just because he's like rising so much. And he's kind of like he's basically just a really good goal scorer, but then you have people saying how much of his success is based on Rossi. I don't know, that'd kind of be my best guess. Sorry guys, I'm looking at my phone. I want to post this stream up here for Instagram to say that we're streaming. Alright, there we go. That's a terrible pick, but you know what, it'll work. Leafs haven't won a series since 2004. I know, it's crazy. Rossi over Byfield? I mean, that's crazy. I think Detroit at 4. It'll be interesting. Like, if Byfield or Stutzel's there, obviously they take one of them. If they're not, everyone seems to be leaning. I mean, I guess if they're not, it's tough. You either go Rossi, Perfetti, Raymond, Drysdale. But honestly, I think this might be a hot take. I think Drysdale's stock is so high because he is the best defenseman in the class, and there's really no one else near him. Like Sanderson, I think, is a tier below. So that makes sense what I'm saying. Like, Drysdale's the best defenseman in the glass, but does that mean he's on par with those forwards? I don't know if it actually does. I think, he's projected so high just because he is the best defenseman, but I think the forwards are on another tier, personally. Do you think the Kings will trade up? They're at 2, bro. They're not. I don't think so. No, like, the team to move from 1 to 2, like, you'd have to make it worth it so much. You run the sim on stream yet? I did not. I did it in a video. I can do it right now, though. Actually, I'll just honestly be so much easier because I'm gonna go full face cam once I'm watching the thing. That way I don't get in trouble or anything. So I'll just write on my MacBook and I'll show you guys what happens. I feel like that'd just be easier. Yeah, it's at 6 p.m. So we got like literally a minute here. Literally a minute. Let me see, live. Try and post it on Instagram still. Live draft lottery reaction on YouTube. All right, there we go. So yeah, the show. What is? I'm not sure which one's wrong here. What the heck? Yeah, 5:59. Apparently my MacBook's off by 3 minutes. It's saying 6:02 is making me like question everything. All right, so let me bring up Tankathon. The show's gonna start in like a minute. All right, NHL. What the heck? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna run this once, guys. Then we're actually gonna start watching the show. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, I think you should be able to. This is, let me turn the screen brightness up here. All right, so, oh, whoops. Sim lottery. You guys, you probably can't see. It's not looking good at all. I can tell on the stream, but the Winnipeg Jets actually won it. So that was a team I said in my eyes, best case scenario. I feel Thrasher then won a playoff game. Winnipeg's made it by round 1 once. Lafreniere could be like the savior for that entire franchise, maybe. But like I was saying, guys, we're gonna actually start watching it now. 6 p.m. Let's see. Got it here on the Mac. I'll basically kind of just commentate what's happening. All right. So right now they're just kind of recapping everything that already went down. Basically, Detroit and everyone else getting screwed, but it is what it is. Jets life. Do you have Sharks franchise? You're done with LA? I thought it was Sharks, yeah, because they're a weird team. Like, they sometimes sim really well, but after like the first 2 or 3 years, Edward Vlasic, Burns get bad. Kane's got a pretty bad contract too. Carlson usually stays well, but yeah, like in real life especially, they have some anchor contracts. So cringe. All right, Nick, you're the one watching, man. Turn the television on. I mean, I would get in trouble if I did. Definitely can't. I can't show it. But since I'm just watching it, we'll just go, boom. All right, so they have Lafreniere on the stream, which is kind of sick. I feel like if I'm Lafreniere, you definitely want to go to the teams that we don't want him to go to. Pittsburgh, Edmonton, Toronto. Like, usually the first overall pick, like, he's kind of hating life. He's got to go to a crap team. Like, McDavid went to Edmonton. Lafreniere's in, like, such a nice scenario. Like, for him, like, it's got to be no other first overall picks and you get to go into as good a spot or as good a team as he does. So, good for him, I guess. Again, I think he probably wanted to go to Montreal, his hometown favorite team, but it's still pretty cool. Also, too, guys, I don't know if you know, but they have the balls, like, they're doing it live. Eric, thanks, man. And yeah, that was pretty sweet. Yeah, the NHL Instagram gave me a little shout out. It was kind of awesome, honestly. But yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that. Gary Bettman, he's choosing the team live, so you'll be able to see like the ball being picked. I'll probably like show that quick for you guys. But yeah, I don't know how long this can really be. It's just one pick. It looks like it's 30-minute show. It better not take the whole 30 minutes. So I'm watching it on Sportsnet. I'll show you guys. Okay, it says a few minutes, so it must probably be like a post show. So that's Sportsnet. I think you can only watch it in Canada if you're on Sportsnet, but yeah, there you go. Sportsnet now, I think it's a pretty good deal. Like, I got it for the playoffs. $20. You get all the playoff games plus you get this, and then you get the draft too when it happens. I'll show that too. 12.5% every single team. Again, I can't like have it on screen as I definitely would get in trouble, but I feel like I can do this. Just showing it once in a while. Showing his World Junior highlights. Lafreniere was a beast at the World Juniors. I mean, the fact that draft year, won MVP, got Canada gold, like, tells you just how good he's going to be. No spoilers if chat stream ahead. Yeah, try not to spoil it. Special player is his scout like analysis. I mean, that doesn't seem that crazy. No, I don't want to like stream the whole thing because I could get in trouble for that for sure. But you guys can't hear me? No volume? You guys can't hear? No, there's volume. I just tested it. Okay. Imagine if Lap don't go number 1. That would be kind of nuts. Especially, you can hear, okay, yeah, so that was just some guy messing up his own computer. We've also almost got 1,000 people in here. Appreciate it, guys, coming out just to talk about one player, where he's going to go. But honestly, like, this could change. I don't know if I want to say the landscape of the NHL, but it's going to have a big impact. Because, like, if one of those top teams gets him, Pittsburgh, Edmonton, Toronto, even New York, like, they're immediately a Stanley Cup contender with him on the team. And especially a team like Toronto, if they get him, does that make them make a big trade, which then affects, just all kinds of, ripple effects, basically. They trade Nylander or somebody like that to a team, makes that team, shake their team up. I think it'll definitely just, have a huge impact on the NHL, which is kind of awesome, even though I would still rather him be a Red Wing. So, Burke right now, I think's ripping on the system. Yeah, Pittsburgh are projected to have over 100 points this year, and they're going to have a chance at Lafreniere. Unreal. And yeah, so Ryan Burke right now, he's just ripping on it. He's saying how the lottery should just be the 5 worst teams, which I think's fine, really. And yeah, the best team to ever win the lottery, first overall, I don't even know. It's like 70 points. Like, the biggest jump was Flyers 88 getting number 2 to get Nolan Patrick, which turned out to maybe not be the best pick. They probably should have taken, like, Heiskin and Makar. Or definitely, actually, Makar, I think. They'd be nasty if they had him right now. Especially because they're already playing really, really well. So, fan outrage meter. If Leaf, Pens, or Oilers, yeah, those are the 3. So yeah, it's not really too much happening. They're kind of just filling airtime. Again, I don't want to. I can't just leave it up and play it. I would like it would get taken down for sure. I might get in trouble. So I can only show it once in a while. When it happens, yeah. It'll be like what, 2 seconds. So yeah, basically as you put to draw, it'll show it for sure. Austin, alright, no worries, dude. We hit 1,000 viewers. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. Now they're talking basketball. Yeah, they're definitely filling airtime. Come on, let's... I say... Okay, up next. So I think after the commercial break... Spoiler Minnesota, you think so, eh? Okay, I can't feel bad for Lafreniere. He's just awkwardly sitting there, not saying a word. They're probably just, I don't know, waiting for the pick to happen. It would be awkward, though, if like, they ask him about going to that team and stuff, and that team somehow doesn't take him. I think like the only way that happens though is like a trade. Jets gonna get it? Maybe. Seattle GM with your expansion team? Colin. Yeah, no worries, dude. Laugh would look awful in a Wild jersey? Yeah, I don't know, eh? Like, it's tough, like, when you look at you try to picture a player in a jersey, like, certain teams, for whatever reason, like, certain teams just look better. I know what you mean. Panarin, Laugh, Kreider? Man, you like Panarin, Laugh, Zibanejad. Laugh would be on the wing. Spoiler, Pittsburgh. Stutzla's gonna be... What do you say? A bust? Dude, I remember when McDavid was there, people were saying how McDavid might be a bust, and he was like... too much hype for an unproven player, and it's like, no, like certain players you just know. Yeah, so right now you guys aren't missing anything. We straight up have a commercial, but I think they said like after the commercial break we're gonna find out. So hopefully, we've all been waiting. Like I said, I had those rosters up, looking at it. Definitely the deadliest top six of Lafreniere, I think, was Pittsburgh, Toronto, and Winnipeg. Edmonton had the best first line with Lafreniere, McDavid, Draisaitl, with that second line behind him. Just kind of meh, in my opinion. NHL franchise mode team of gingers. That's actually, how many, you got like Voracek. Are there that many gingers in the NHL? I don't even know. Freddie Anderson. Since NHL 13. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate that, dude. Hughes a bust? It's definitely too early, dude. Definitely one season in. I mean, a lot of guys, like Rantanen sick. He was in the AHL for 2 years, I think. So, yeah, it's 1 year's way too early. Do you think every team will take Lafreniere? Yeah, if they make the pick, they're taking Lafreniere. The only way, if somehow, honestly though, I don't know a scenario where a team doesn't take Lafreniere first overall. I'm saying like even trade him, because a team like Pittsburgh or Toronto, geez man, appreciate becoming a member, man. You might as well get us like an all-star on an entry-level deal and then worry about trading someone with salary. Like, I just don't see a scenario when any team trades them, to be honest. Watch the team who picks first overall not pick Lafreniere. Yeah, maybe. Please support the Oilers. The Oilers are probably my favorite Canadian team. Just a huge McDavid fan, huge Hall fan, so salty when they trade him. Draisaitl, obviously. So yeah, Oilers' favorite Canadian team. Red Wings, though, favorite team. All right, so Gary Bettman's here. He's gonna say some stuff, and then I think we're gonna find out, boys. I think we're gonna find out. Come on. Oh wow, she's like grilling him about playoff teams having a chance at first overall. And Bettman says the 8 teams tonight didn't make the playoffs. That's funny. I feel like NHL definitely, they don't want Pittsburgh, Edmonton, Toronto to win just because it would look bad. It would be like, I'm trying to think comparables, right? Would Toronto be like the Yankees winning first overall after playoffs? Or Pittsburgh being like the Red Sox for the baseball, and like NFL, I don't know. Patriots have a bad year, then they get first overall or something. Like, yeah, I don't know. If you always get this, I'm going to quit watching hockey. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. Do you think they rig? No, they don't rig the draft, man. There's no way. Mantha Larkin for laugh. I don't think a team would do that. And that'd be interesting though. An interesting trade for sure. You get a bunch of cap space. I mean, Lafreniere definitely like one. All right. They're just talking about pandemic and stuff. Again, I think they're just filling air. We gotta. Let's get to it. Let's find out. Frost over trade for 3 and 5. Morgan Frost. I'm not exactly sure what he's saying. Like Frost. I don't know what he's saying. I think Wild get him. If it's Oilers, Maple Leafs, or Penguins. I mean, what's crazy is I remember before this happened, I was saying how like they could get it, but while I was saying that, I was like, "There's no way they're gonna get it." Like I picked all 3 of those teams to win. The only one I thought might lose was Maple Leafs. I thought like the Blue Jackets. That was actually gonna be the best series, and it turned out to be right. Blue Jackets won it, but I thought at least like at most one of those teams would have a chance. So 12.5%. Who cares? But the fact it's almost 50-50, like 37.5, it's I don't know, 2020 is the year crazy things happen, which is why I really think it's not going to be Minnesota. It's not going to be Florida. It's not going to be like even Nashville. I think it's going to be a team that's going to create a spark. It's going to be a team that people are going to have some strong opinions about. I feel it has to be. Just that's the way 2020 is going. All right, Lafreniere highlights. Come on. Riggs. When I see people say things like that, I'm like, are you like that much ahead of my stream? But I'm like, there's no way you're already seeing it. All right. I'll show it once they're about to pick the ball. I only want to show it for like a few seconds so we don't get in trouble. If it's a Wild, I don't know, man. Kaprizov and him, that could be a dynamic duo. Alright, so yeah, I was wondering how they do it with the balls, but yeah, just the simplest way. 8 balls. Every single team has a ball with their logo. And so right now they're putting all 8 balls in the machine. I mean, it's not that revolutionary. 8 teams have an equal amount at the lottery, so 8 balls, and then they're going to pick one. They are stretching this out. He is hovering the ball, and they're talking about each team. Here, I'll show you guys. They're doing, like, they're going to do that for all 8 teams. This is going to take a while, so hopefully it doesn't happen. Oh my. What's your opinion on Nuge? I think he's a good player too. I think he's a little bit underrated, to be honest. Really good two-way game. Yeah, I think he gets a lot of tougher defensive matchups too. Colby, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm gonna show the screen like when the pick happens. Man, they're trying to make so much drama out of this. Just throw these balls in and let's. That sounded a little weird, but let's get it going. Well, the good thing is, too, I was mentioning in that video I did, at least none of the teams here, or I guess they wouldn't be here, but none of the teams traded this pick. All of the 2 teams that could have, Pittsburgh and Toronto, had those lottery pick protections. I think Pittsburgh's was like top 15, and they get to defer it. So even if they lose, actually, they have a choice, because they'll be picking 15. Do they take 2020-15, or do they give them 2021, which you never know, right? Kind of like what happened with the Sharks. I feel like 15 this year, though, is going to be a nice pick. Pittsburgh they should be a playoff team next year, so if I'm the Penguins and I don't win one, I think I take this year's pick, give Minnesota 2021. And then Toronto, if they don't win, is Carolina's pick, because I think it had to be top 10, and if Toronto doesn't win, they're picking 13. I feel like they're doing so much to show it's like not rigged, just because all the conspiracy theorists online. Almost 1,500 viewers, guys. This is awesome. Connor McDavid versus Sidney Crosby. That was a matchup I was hoping to see Stanley Cup final this year. Unfortunately, it did not happen, but it's all right. Fiala become an all-star. Yeah, he's a bit of a late bloomer though, right? He's like what, 23, 24, but he showed signs second half of this year. I know I was drafting him late in fantasy the last couple of years, and he didn't do it. And then of course this year I think dropped him, and he ends up going off. Do you think Rene will retire without a cup? I mean, odds would say yes, right? But I'd hope for him. I mean, all those guys, Lundqvist especially, they can win a cup, whether it's on the team they're on now or someone new. Foodie, he looked really good in the Maple Leaf series. Obviously, he got a big goal there. What was it, to go 2-0, right? All right, they're putting the final ball in. Probably the only dude in here hoping for Florida. You might be, man. Any Florida Panthers, let Kiro know. And there we go, 1,500, guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Mentioning Kovalchuk as a Thrasher pick for the Jets. Again, you gotta pull for the old Thrashers franchise. They just Zeros, it's like never won a playoff game. Then they left the city. That's tough. All right, this guy's got some like joystick thing. All right. I thought they were gonna do it. Oh wait, there you go. It's all like levitating. There you go. Hope you guys can see that. Balls are just... Is that like an arcade thing where like they just all levitate? I don't know. I'm not sure if there's like a time limit they have to do this for. This guy does not look like he's having fun. He's just like, let me go home. He's just holding this thing. I'm hoping to say like, alright, in the next 3 seconds it'll stop or something. Alright, how long are we going to do this for? Alright, here we go. I think they're doing it. There's a ball. There's a ball. The New York Rangers, I already see it. Are you kidding me? Alright, so... That's like, it was a middle ground, right? Like, it's not the Penguins, it's not the Oilers, it's not the Leafs, which would be like the worst case scenario. But the Rangers now... I mean, if Kako can become a player, They get him and Lafreniere back-to-back years. They got the MVP in Panarin this year. Good young goalies, Shurkin. Defensively, Trouba, Fox, D'Angelo. The Rangers are going to look pretty deadly. Yeah, they still got guys like Krasov, Condre Miller. Anderson, I think, is going to get traded because he went back to Sweden or whatever. But the New York Rangers, yeah, so again, I kind of figured or hoped it would be like a middle one. Again, 2020 would have stated Edmonton, Pittsburgh, Toronto, but this is a middle ground. This is like on par with Nashville in my eyes. Curious what the GM says here. Yeah, he basically says like, yeah, I'm happy. No kidding. I mean, the good thing is the Rangers, there's a chance, like a pretty decent chance the Rangers would have missed the playoffs. They're definitely a bubble team. It was going to come down to the wire, like them, Columbus. I think Florida still had a shot. Islanders still could have missed. So at least the team that might have missed the playoffs that won it, and then in which case, you know, in the regular lottery, they would have been like 14 or whatever, just jumping up. Opposed to a team that was basically a playoff lock like Pittsburgh, Edmonton, Toronto. So yeah, Lafreniere, Zibanejad, Panarin. It's a pretty nasty first line. In terms of the money, I feel like Mark Stahl comes off the books pretty soon. Obviously, Panarin makes a bunch of money. I think they have some other players coming off the books. Trouba's making a lot of money. Lundqvist comes off the books. So yeah, in terms of the money, I think 3 years from now, they don't have to worry about forwarding Lafreniere. So pretty nuts. He gets to go to the Big Apple, be a superstar. I feel bad for Islanders fans. Islanders fans, it's going to be a tough rival there competing against. I mean, you technically, if you want to talk about collusion, you got the two biggest U.S. cities picking 1 and 2. New York 1, LA 2. And then it goes down to the teams that deserve it. Ottawa, Detroit. You guys can see. I think you might just went away there. But, yeah. So, I don't really think I need to watch this anymore. It's just kind of their opinions. But, well, yeah, what do you guys think? I've just been talking. I haven't really been looking at the chat. New York Rangers. Gaborik at first? No, I think Gaborik was like second or third. That's a good question, though. Marian Gaborik. What did he get picked? I feel like he went second or third. To the Wild, their expansion year as well, I want to say. Rigged. Yeah, no matter what, I think people are going to say is rigged. Unless, I mean, even Florida, people probably say is rigged to try and get them fans. Honestly, it could be worse. Yeah, I feel like that's how everyone's going to feel it, right? It could be worse. Yeah, it's definitely just how everyone's going to view it, I think. I gotta put. You guys know I gotta put a tweet here about this. One second here. I don't know how to spell Zibanejad off the top of my head. Actually, I got it right. Never mind. Okay. Who got first overall? The New York Rangers, dude. The New York Rangers. I feel like, when's the last time... I don't know when the last time the Rangers won a cup is. Did they beat the Canucks? Or wasn't it like 93? Or 94? 93 Montreal won. Over the LA Kings. Was it 94 Stanley Cup? Yeah, the New York Rangers. That was actually the year I was born. So the New York Rangers haven't won a cup in my lifetime because I was born in August. Birthday's actually like a couple weeks away. That was over the Vancouver Canucks, yeah. So it's been 25 years, 26 years actually at this point. See if they can win one. I mean, they really got no excuses at this point, right? I mean, Kakko, they got super lucky to get Kakko number 2 last year. Super lucky again to get Lafreniere number 1. There's no excuses. You sign Panarin in the offseason at this point. You have all the pieces. You just have to make it happen. It'd be very interesting to see what goes down there. Like, I think I think Anderson's got to be gone. You might as well try and bring in like a young, unproven defenseman for him. I know a lot of people are saying him for Puljujarvi. Maybe, I don't know. Happy early birthday. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Before Gretzky had Messier. Yeah, no, the Rangers seem to get those. Oh, not Messier was actually there. Oh yeah, you guys all already knew. 94. Ragnar Gillis, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Live in Ontario too. Nice, nice. Oilers should have got it. People would have been so upset. Discrimination against South Florida hockey. Yeah, no Lafreniere. It's tough, dude. But I don't know. Rangers, again, it's not the worst case scenario. Like, we can't be too upset. Messed that up. All right. What pick do the Oilers receive? So the Oilers get like 12th now. Again, an interesting thing. I think the Penguins have like a week to decide if they keep their pick at 15. It's crazy though, yeah. So Rangers, where would they have finished? Like they could have finished the lowest 12th or something. So I think that's got to be that's the biggest jump ever for first overall. Even if you give them, what would you give them? Even if you give them 8, jumping up 7 spots, I don't think anyone's jumped up that much. For first, it's happened for second with the Rangers getting Kakko, Jets getting Laine, Flyers getting Patrick, but I don't think it's happened for first, so I think that's the biggest jump ever. First overall in terms of seeding, not even really looking at the points. But yeah, 2 biggest cities, I think, is kind of the takeaway there. New York and LA. Lafreniere to New York, and then Byfield probably to LA. Ottawa, I think, takes Stützle. Detroit takes, I don't think they're going Draisaitl. I think they're going Rossi, Raffetti, or Raymond. And then I think Ottawa comes back and takes Draisaitl, gets the defenseman at number 5. I think Detroit kind of is going to set the tone, though, for the draft after the top 3. I know. Yeah, I just had an Islanders fan say this is worst case scenario. I feel for them. For them, like they lose Tavares and the Rangers go 2-1. Like they definitely doesn't seem fair. But you know they're still in it. They still have a chance. You never know. Opinions on the Spits next season. I don't know, man. I don't even know if they're gonna have them next season. I don't even know if they are. Canes get 13 from the Leafs. Not bad at all, eh? 13th pick, which is going to be a good pick in this draft, to take on Marlowe's contract, which didn't affect your team, because they're usually under the cap, and you made it further than the Leafs. Now, Boston's a tough matchup. I see a lot of people taking the Canes. I think they're putting too much weight on 3 games that didn't matter, really. Like, I don't really think the teams in that round robin took it as seriously as the teams that were in the qualifier, as you could get eliminated. Round robin, you couldn't. I don't think the 3 bad games Boston played should outweigh their entire season before that. I'm basically telling you, I'm taking Boston, I think, over the Canes. And yeah, you guys asked about the bracket challenge. I was thinking about doing it today, but I figured I put up that draft like I don't know, whatever the video with Lafreniere yesterday. I'm doing the stream right now, so I'll probably do it tonight. Upload it tomorrow. I'm thinking, just so it's not all like jam packed together. Yeah, Rangers. Yeah, they do have 2 of the biggest jumps consecutive years. Pretty nuts. I'm not gonna lie, I was in New York 5 times last year, so maybe I had some luck or rub off on the Rangers. I don't know. Vegas is like still playing, man. I don't know what you mean. But yeah, Canes get they don't get 15, they get 13. Minnesota could get 15 if Pittsburgh doesn't hold on to it, so it's kind of a tough decision. Like the Sharks had, Canucks would have had that decision if they missed the playoffs. So yeah, I don't know, guys. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. I was thinking that too, Tyler. Yeah, you read my mind, man. So Jack Quinn overrated. I said he's the dark horse. He could be a product of Rossi, or he could be what everyone's saying he is. But yeah, I don't know. Rangers, I think second biggest market available to get him behind Toronto. Again, not worst case scenario, not Toronto, Pittsburgh, Edmonton. Best case, Winnipeg, Minnesota, Florida also didn't happen. So at the end of the day, yeah, you can't really be too upset. Rangers fans obviously ecstatic. Kakko doesn't look like the player we thought he was in his first year, but like Jack Hughes, I think it's a little bit too early to say. So if Kakko ends up being not, quite a good player, at least they get lucky. They get Lafreniere here, so they can't be too upset with that. But I think I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. We discussed all the possible scenarios heading into it. Discussed Lafreniere there on the Rangers. And yeah, I might do a video kind of seeing what that whole roster looks like, how that shakes out. But I'm going to call it there, guys. I think I missed this. Mikhail, hello from Finland. Thank you, dude, for the donation. Appreciate that. I don't know if you're a Rangers fan enough. If you are, you're having a good night, staying up late. But we'll call it there, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out as always. And yeah, stay tuned. Got tons of videos on the way. Bracket challenge. They're doing a new mock draft as well. Now that we have the whole top 15 order is set. A bunch of other stuff too. So stay tuned for that. As always, guys, thanks so much for staying tuned, watching.